What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Us vs. Them YouTube channel. I'm your host, Vince, and it's Friday. I'm excited to share the parlays. We've already done the research. We've already done all the hard work. Now it's time to put the parlays together and make some money. I got 3 parlays for you guys today. I got a conservative parlay, I got a long shot parlay, and I got the granddaddy long leg, an 11-leg parlay. And I know what you're thinking. 11 legs. Impossible to hit. Not for us. So stay tuned for that. The first parlay we're going to talk about is our more conservative parlay, and when I say conservative, it's still 70 extra money, so that's just what we do here. We do long shots, and we hit them too, just not yet on the channel. It's only our second week. So for this conservative parlay, it's a 4-leg parlay. We're going to go with Esteban Rivovics by decision. I don't think he's got the pop in his hands to get the KO. He doesn't have high-level finishing potential with submissions, but I definitely think he's going to get the victory here. So at plus 200, we're going to take him by decision. Next one we're going to get into is Alicia Zaleski dos Santos, which that part's optional, by decision as well. I think he's going to get it done against Neil Magny. And I also think this one, Neil Magny's just tough as nails. Unless you're the top 5 or 10 guys in the world, he tends to be able to stick around and get to the end of the fights. So at plus 195, I see a lot of value in that. The next one we're going to get into is Mateusz Rebecki by KO. And I know yesterday's video, I was going back and forth on this one. But the more I think about it, the more I really like the pick for Rebecki. I think he's going to get it done this fight. Getting it done by KO is the most probable method of victory. I think he's got the power in his hands. And there's just something about Duncan, I just feel like he's chinnable. So with the KO prop at plus 200, we're going to lock that in. The last one we're going with is, this is against what we've been talking about all week, but that's okay. He missed weight this week, and I think that's a good thing. I think he's going to miss weight for a reason. He didn't want to shed that last 3.5 pounds off because he wants to save his energy. So we're going money line Trayshawn Gore at plus 172. If you lock all 4 of those in, $10 turns into $722. The next parlay we're going to get into is our long shot parlay. It's a long shot because we're trying to 250x our money. And I know what you're thinking. That's crazy. I've done it before, motherfuckers. So, it's a 3-leg parlay. And one of the legs is a beefy one. And that's what's going to be our money maker. First one we're going to get into is Nick Klein by submission. I've been saying it all week. Nick Klein's getting it done against the Russian guy. Can't remember his name. Not important. He's high-level submissions. I don't know if he's high-level or if he's just really, really aggressive with it. But it doesn't matter because it's effective. I'm definitely seeing him find a way to choke him out. So we're going to go with Nick Klein by submission at plus 480. Next one we're going to get into is Danny Silva money line. I've been saying it all week. As far as the underdog of the card is Danny Silva. I know all the other MMA YouTube guys are out there super high on, what is his name even? I forget. Doesn't matter. But they're overlooking Danny Silva. I'm telling you, Danny Silva should be undefeated right now. The one fight that he lost was a robbery, and he's beaten better guys. I don't want to give... It's Vallejos, Kevin Vallejos. I don't want to give Vallejos too much credit for losing against Gene Silva. You can't get credit for taking a loss. I know he went the distance. He's the last person to do that. I get all that. But he still lost. So I'm going Danny Silva money line at plus 320. The last leg of the parlay at plus 950. Nora Connolly by KO. She has 9 UFC MMA victories, 6 of them by knockout. 6 knockouts. She got a nice liver shot KO with a knee in her last fight, and her at plus 950 for a KO is honestly a steal. So you take those 3, you plug them together, $10 turns into $2,557. Lock it in. The last parlay we're going to talk about is an 11-leg parlay. I tried to pick a value prop in every single fight for the week, but there was one that I left off, which was the Carol Rosette Nora Connolly fight. We're already going with Connolly by knockout in the last parlay, so I left them off then on this one. I just couldn't find any good values in the betting lines that we have. So first one I got, I'm going to kind of just run through it a little quick. We got Ketlin Souza by moneyline. I think she gets it done this weekend. I'm taking Rafael Esteban by moneyline at minus 520. Austin Bashi moneyline minus 750. I'm really leaning towards the submission on that one, but I definitely think he can get this one done for sure. So minus 750. I know it's not a lot of value in that, but it's gonna happen. Nick Klein, we're going to put more eggs in that basket. Money line, plus 132. I have Rodolfo Vieira and Tresean Gore not going the distance at minus 235. Vegas knows it. We know it. You know it. I know it. This fight is not going to see the judges' scorecards. They can go take a fucking break for that one. Next one, Rinya Nakamura by KO or points. If you're on FanDuel, there's the double chance feature that you can use. And at him at minus 250 for KO or points, it just sweetens the odd a little bit. He's never submitted anybody. His opponent's never been submitted. So if you just take that out, you get a little bit more value than just going with the money line at minus 420. So Rinya Nakamura by KO or points at minus 250. Next one we got is Danny Silva versus Kevin Vallejos goes the distance at plus 106. I think this fight is definitely going the distance. There's not a lot of submission threats. I mean, both guys can submit people, don't get me wrong. There's not a lot of submission threats when they fight each other. I also think they're both going to stay safe. They're both going to respect each other. And at least, and they might start out fast. Doesn't matter. This fight's going the distance. Next one we got is Elizeu Zaleski dos Santos money line at minus 194. Again, he's going to beat Neil Magny. Next one is Elvis Brenner versus Esteban Rivavics over 2.5 rounds. I'm not going the distance on that one. I think there's more value in the over 2.5 round prop just because Elvis Brenner can get things done at the very end. We don't want to see him turn it on and take a going the distance prop and it gets a late submission or a late KO with a minute to go or even less. So I think the the over 2.5 rounds at minus 126 is what we're going to go with. Next one after that, we're going Mateus Rebecki by money line at minus 220, and we're bringing it home with Tatsira Taira versus Hong Sung Park. Does not go the distance. I don't see that fight going the distance. It's at minus 196. So they got 5 rounds to take care of each other and get it done. So if that 11-leg parlay hits, when that 11-leg parlay hits, $10 turns into $2,124. Take that to the bank. All right, guys, that's it. Let's put a bow on this motherfucker and get this video done. Those are my 3 official parlays. I definitely see them hitting. There's possibilities where even more than one can hit, and that's freaking sick. So that's pretty much all I got for you. I'm excited for these fights this week. I'm excited for us to make some money this week, and this is going to happen. So lock these parlays in. Choose your favorite one. If you don't want to run them all, choose your favorite one and lock it in. So that's it. That's all I got. So Danny Silva, let's go, boy. Let's go, Danny Silva.